Folks, at least a dozen Oakland cops are off the job for their role in a sex assault scandal. It started in September 2015. A 19-year-old Hispanic female prostitute told authorities she had sex with about 30 cops. 4 of the officers had sex with her before she turned 18. Authorities reviewed 28,000 text messages and 80,000 pages of social media. They determined a few of the officers gave the prostitute a heads up about sting operations to avoid getting arrested. Well, yesterday, the mayor of Oakland announced 4 officers have been fired, 7 others suspended without pay, 2 other officers in the scandal previously resigned, and a third killed himself. The mayor says these punishments send a big message to the community.
To the victims of sexual abuse and exploitation living in our city, we see you, we hear you, and we are here to help you. And to those who exploit these victims and profit or take pleasure in their pain, we see you too. And we will do everything in our power to hold you accountable for the harm that you are causing.
The Oakland mayor said the police department will be changing several policies to help victims of sexual violence. The mayor plans to help tighten criminal databases and instill policies on the use of social media. No one has been charged in connection to the case. Joining me now on the phone from Oakland is John Burris, a civil rights attorney. John, question for you. This is stunning, this particular case here. Is Oakland doing enough?
Has rocked the integrity of the department. I've been involved in a case for over 13 years where the city has been involved in a negotiated settlement agreement where we're trying to reform the department. And while that is going on, this case developed. So this was a mortal blow to the basic integrity of the department. And when you have officers conducting misconduct while on the job and engage in criminal activity, it's very difficult for the citizens of the community to have trust and faith in the department, notwithstanding all the other issues that we've been involved in around the use of excessive force and racial profiling, et cetera. So this was significant. Now, I think more has to be done. The officers who were engaged in criminal conduct, that is having sex with this minor and or using the system, the data processing system, to delay and help her commit her crimes, they should be prosecuted. And I've recommended, not only to the mayor, but to others, that the local state's attorney, Kamala Harris's office, should take control of all these investigations to determine whether or not criminal charges should be involved. This case involves over 4 different police agencies and officers who are scattered around these particular departments. Those officers should be fired as well, and some of them should be prosecuted. So this is just the first step, but other departments have to take action as well. And for Oakland, it's important to restore the integrity of the department, and now we can get back to what we were trying to get done around racial profiling and the use of force, etc. So this allows us to get back to what we were trying to do. Our only issue here is, did in fact any supervisors get disciplined? Because you can't have this kind of widespread misconduct and not have some supervisors who know something about it. Either they didn't condone it, they didn't speak up about it. So I think there's more to be done here.
Also, another example of what Colin Kaepernick has been protesting, yet you don't see other cops condemning these actions, giving a prostitute a heads up about being targeted, cops having sex with her when she was under the age of 18. It's amazing. So I'm trying to figure out where are all these police associations, fraternal order police, issuing the statements of condemnation for these officers. Where's Sheriff David Clark of Milwaukee, who's quick to go on Fox News and other places condemning black folks and Black Lives Matter, saying nothing about these rogue cops?
Absolutely, and I think that that's one of the problems that we always have, is that cops are willing to come to defense when they're being accused of misconduct, when in point of fact is when the cops themselves engage in misconduct that is criminal. Not just beating up people, but criminal conduct like this, you don't hear a peep out of them. And so this is this is the challenge that's always facing us when we're dealing with the police. I've been dealing with these cases for over 30 years, and this is the first time we have this level of misconduct within the department, but yet we don't have other departments speaking up about it. Colin Kaepernick is totally right when he makes references to the disparity and discriminatory aspect of policing, and he doesn't have any responsibility to make up with the departments of any kind. This is a national epidemic that's taking place, and frankly, what happened here really went to the heart and soul of the department, because you really have when you have this many officers engaged in this type of conduct, right, you have a potential epidemic in that particular department.
John Burrs, we certainly appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Real quick to our panel. This is, again, I'm sorry.
It's horrendous. And, you know, they're calling them prostitutes, but here we're talking about a child, somebody who's underage. We're talking about statutory.
Actually, underage, that would be called human sex trafficking.
Right. Statutory rape. So I agree that prosecution is going to be the way that we stamp out this problem. It's not just police brutality, it's sexual violence perpetrated on the most vulnerable people in communities, child sex workers.
And then to your point, I think this is an exact reason why we have such a discord between police and the community. To your excellent point, Sheriff Clark, prime example, why is no one coming out and talking against these police officers? Why is everyone silent in regards to that? They should be the main ones coming out saying, you know what, you guys are absolutely right. Let's go after people like them, officers like them.
I'm Rashad. I keep hearing we got so many good cops.
Right. This is one of those where they'll say, let's wait and see, right? Let's wait for all the facts to come in, but it's a clear abuse of their authority.
And in fact, in Oakland, they had 3 interim police chiefs in 2 weeks, all because of this scandal.
Right.
Wow.
Kickstart your day at 7 and get the news you need from the perspective you want. NewsOne Now with Roland Martin. Every weekday morning at 7 on TV 1.